Master this one trick to improve your photography business. If you keep running into an empty calendar when you're trying to grow your photography business, you are probably missing out on this one foundational practice. I have never seen a photographer succeed in business without this, so I am excited to bring you into this world. Hello, my name is Mike Lloyd. I am a professional photographer in Silicon Valley, California. I've been doing this since 2010 and teaching the art and business of photography since 2012. And you know what? I have not had an adult beverage on this channel in a while, so I just made myself a spicy margarita. Happy Friday? Saturday? I have no idea what day it is. It doesn't matter. You're here, I'm here, let's talk about business. So, this is my first one. I swear that's just my brain right now. So what is this foundational practice? It's not posing, it's not lighting, it's not really your website, it doesn't matter what you post on Instagram, kinda. But the idea of creating a marketing plan is something that just flies over the head of every newbie photographer or every struggling hobbyist who has failed to make this their career. Now, you might be thinking, I don't know what a marketing plan is. I don't know how to do that. Why do I actually need one? Well, I'm glad you asked, because this episode is going to be a little sexier than you're probably anticipating. No, I'm not taking my clothes off, but I'm going to help you make a boatload of money with this episode. So, as we dive into what is a marketing plan, I'm not going to walk you through how to set one up. That is an entirely different course, video, everything. We can't do that in 10 minutes. But I want to tell you the foundation of a marketing plan and why it's important. So I'm going to do that with 4 steps. The first is identifying the 3 stages someone goes through before they book you. And then we're going to go into each of those 3 stages, because again, this is the foundation of a marketing plan. You have to make sure you identify where everyone is in those 3 stages so that you can move them along the stages and turn them into paying customers. All right, so the first thing, the 3 stages of the buying cycle. Now, there are a ton of stages we could break this down into. For the sake of the marketing plan, though, we're going to go with 3, and that is cold, warm, and hot. Maybe you've heard people talk about these in the past already. Cold traffic are people who have never heard of you, or they're just seeing you for the first time. Warm leads, or warm traffic, are people who know about you, but they are learning about you and they're not ready to buy yet for whatever reason. Number 3 is hot leads. Hot traffic, red. These are usually color coordinated too, like blue, yellow, red, whatever you want to do. And those people are ready to buy. They just need you to invite them. So that is the basis of a marketing plan. You're like, well, Mike, how is that possibly going to make me more money? Well, let me tell you. Because when you actually write down all the different ways you market your business, you're probably going to find that you're catering to one of those 3 and not all of those 3 levels. And if you are not actually marketing to people in all 3 of those stages, you are probably not booking very many clients. So examples you might see, somebody posting on their personal Facebook page saying, I'm running a flash sale, model call, whatever, extreme discounted session fees, someone come book me. And you are trying to book cold traffic. These are people who maybe they knew you do photography. I don't know. They're probably not your client anyway. And you're trying to get people who aren't even interested in photography right now to book. Could there be someone on your list? Maybe, but it's unlikely. I mean, that's really no different than standing on the street corner with a megaphone and just shouting at everyone that you do photography. Someone please book me. That's not really an effective marketing strategy. Or maybe you post a ton of content on your Instagram and your Facebook and your TikTok, and you have an email list and you're getting all these followers and your open rates are great. You have a ton of engagement and no one is booking you and you have no idea why. And then we look into your content and find out you've never actually asked people to book you. And it might sound silly because you're like, well, they see me all the time. They comment on my posts. Why wouldn't they just book me if they wanted photography? Because you didn't invite them. That's how it goes. It's like when you want to go on a date with somebody, you can't just establish, oh cool, we both like each other. I'm going to go to this restaurant at this one time and just hope they show up. No, you ask them to go, and if they want to go, they will. That's how it works booking photography clients also. So let's dive into stage number 1, cold traffic. These are people who are not familiar with you. Maybe they just saw your ad for the first time, or your Instagram post just popped up in their feed for the first time, or their friend told them about you because they did a session. They're just learning about what you're doing, and they can decide at that point, no, this is not for me, or I'm going to put this in the maybe pile. Someday I might book. Or maybe, and this is a small percentage of that audience, they will book you right now. I do book a lot of my business from cold traffic. I run Facebook ads inviting people to book me. But as Ryan Deiss says, founder of Digital Marketer, brilliant, brilliant man, you have to do all of the steps. You cannot skip them, and they must be in order, but you can do them really, really quickly. And he relates this to dating. He's like, you're not going to meet someone in the grocery store, in the bar, Tinder, wherever you meet people, and propose to them right away and then get married. That's not how that works. You meet them, you talk to them, you date them, you court them, you get to know each other, then you get married. Now, do some people meet, fall madly in love, and get married in a week and live happily ever after? Yeah, it happens. So you can speed up the process, but that is a small percentage of the population. So it's best to treat cold traffic like cold traffic and just welcome them into your world. That brings us into point number 2. Warm traffic or warm leads. These are people who have heard of you, they're sort of familiar with you, but they want to know more and they're not ready to buy yet. And this could be for a number of different reasons. Maybe they don't have the money to afford you. Maybe they want to hire you for a bridal boudoir session, but they're not engaged yet. Or maybe they want to do maternity photos, but they're not pregnant yet or far enough along to book you. There's a ton of different reasons why they won't book you. Maybe they just are super shy and nervous and they need to get more positive reinforcement and get more trust before they'll pull the trigger. This is the know, like, and trust phase. I'm sure you've heard of that before. People won't hire you unless they know, like, and trust you. This is where we do that. We've already got them as a follower on Instagram. Now they're going to engage with our content. They're going to learn more about us, what we do, how we serve our clients, hear our client stories and testimonials, see more samples of our work. If they're on your email list, and hopefully they are at this point, you will be sending them regular content, and it's probably already scripted out, and you've got 1 to 2 years of email sequences already automated and ready to go. And if you're like, I don't even have one email, that's cool. You'll get there. But the idea is these people have said, yes, I'm sort of interested. I want to be a part of your world. Now you're actually building that relationship with them by serving them content. If you have in-studio events, invite them to those. This is your opportunity to engineer the process of them getting to know you and feeling comfortable hiring you for your services. Now, this could also happen the same day. Maybe somebody saw your ad or they found you on Google. They read every single page and blog post on your website. They've decided that you're the one and they reach out and book you. I had someone 2 weeks ago do that. I got a consult booking at like 5 a.m. We had our phone call at around noon that day. She booked her session, came in 3 days later, did a shoot, and spent $5,000 on her photos. That happened really, really fast. Usually I'm booked out several months, but she's like, I am in this fitness competition. I have a narrow window to do my shoot. Can you guys squeeze me in? I called my makeup artist. We did it. But she found me at 6 a.m. or 5 a.m. whenever that first email was sent out. She'd already read everything on my website, decided I was the photographer for her. She called me, was okay with my pricing, and booked me. And then we did the shoot within just a couple of days. So again, this process can happen very quickly, but it has to happen. Now let's go into tier number 3. This is your hot traffic or your hot leads. Cheers to the hot leads, because they're the ones that give us all the money. The other ones will likely give us money, but these ones are ready to give us money right now, and that's amazing. So a hot lead is someone who is ready to hire you. They just need a reason. And one of my previous business coaches called this a conversion event. We need to create the invitation for them to book us. That could be a button on your website that says, schedule a free consultation. This could be the part in your phone consultation when you say, great, let's pick a date for your photo shoot. I do Mondays and Saturdays, mornings and afternoons. What time and day works best for you? And we'll see how far booked out I am. That is inviting them to book. Maybe it's in your Instagram post. I do a schedule of 9 types of content repeated. So when someone looks at my 9-post grid and scrolls down to 9 more, they're seeing the same blocks of content. It's not the same post, the same categories. Every 9th one is an invitation to book me. And that's on purpose because at any point in someone's scroll, I want them to see a ton of helpful, valuable, get to know me kind of content, but I also want calls to action to schedule a consult and actually book a shoot. Same thing with my email sequences. I have a 2-year email sequence that goes out to all of my new email list subscribers, whether they came in for an outfit planning guide or the $100 voucher for getting on the mailing list, whatever the thing was. They have 2 weeks of emails from that. Then they get dumped into a 2-year nurture sequence all through email. And that, again, is a whole other conversation. But the idea is I give them all of that valuable information, how to pick out outfits, who is it right for, client testimonials, samples of the work, events that we do, all of this content. But I also invite them to actually book. Because while it may be obvious to you that if they like you and they want photography, they will book you, people need a direct invitation. You have to literally say, hey, you reading the thing right now, pick up your phone and give me a call. Let's book you a session. And they're like, oh, yeah, let's do it. And then they book you. So make sure you are inviting them. Let's do a recap of the 3 tiers. We have cold traffic, people who have never heard of you. This is their first introduction. Warm leads. These are people who are getting to know you. They're sort of interested, they're not sure yet, but they are willing to keep you in the maybe pile, so maybe someday they'll book you. And then we get to hot leads, stage 3. This is when they're ready to book. You just have to invite them to do so. And when you make your marketing plan, you will have different marketing activities that cater to all 3 of these audiences with the focus of moving them down the line. So maybe it's your hashtag strategy, it's your SEO, maybe it's ads that you're running to your blog, maybe you're doing giveaways with other local businesses or influencers. This gains you email list subscribers and followers, this gets people in the doors at your events. Cool, that's cold traffic. Now, your content allows them to know, like, and trust you. Your email, your social media post, the events that you put on. Any of that interaction is all allowing them to get to know you. And then you invite them to book you. And however many people book you is entirely dependent on how well you've been nurturing and how many leads you have in your pipeline, which is another marketing term, or funnel, if you will. Because lots of people at the top, and then it tapers down as you get from cold leads to the middle of the road as warm leads, and then you'll have very few hot leads actually booking you. So if your marketing plan doesn't do that, then you're probably not booking very many clients. So take a look at your marketing plan, and if you don't have a marketing plan, this is a great opportunity to make one. I've got other great videos on this channel all about that, and if you're like, Mike, I don't even know what to put on a marketing plan, well, I got you covered. Head to boudoirguild.com and check out the marketing course, and I will walk you through everything that I do personally to bring in multiple 6 figures of revenue to a one-man operation boudoir studio. Not entirely true. I have 3 makeup artists, hairstylists, and an editor and a social media manager, but I'm doing all the marketing, all the photography. You can do it too. And if you have comments, questions about any of this, drop them down below. I am happy to help. See you inside.